look at Blanka. Blanka. Oh, cool. Blue. He looks like Primal Rage. I have not seen one match with this guy. I haven't seen anybody play him. That's pretty funny. Let's get block after first hit. That's fine. And let's get the data off. Alright. I gotta be honest. Even though it seems like it's slow, his back walk speed seems fast. His back walk speed seems fast, and his forward walk seems fast also. He really does look like Primal Rage. And those games were using like some of the most advanced technology at the time to try and make like 3D modeling. He looks good. I like this blue one. I like that. I like also how he curls his fingers like he's got arthritis. When he walks back and he kind of scowls his mouth, his jowls. Ooh. Alright, he's a Neanderthal. Blanka. Hey, I like that forward dash. It'd be funny if I played Blanka. He's wearing overalls. Alright, so he has a great forward walk and a great forward dash. His jump is also the slightest bit floaty, but it seems to like travel a good distance horizontally. It's kind of like a medium distance. Hey, I like Blanka's movements. Alright. Simple punch. Let's I kind of want the data on just to see. 5-frame jab. I think a 4-frame jab is like the most critical thing that a character can have in this game. And the fact that I don't know why I'm just saying that, I know why, because the throw is 5 frames. That's why I know. So 4-frame jab to be able to interrupt any potential throw mix-up. He's got like a treble clef, bass clef on the left leg of his pants. Alright, so let's just look at it first. I like this. He's got no command normal on his light. 5-frame jab, no big deal. A big poke, I like that range. A big poke, I like that range. 10 frames. Okay, but the range is what I care about. Forward medium, this is probably more special cancelable. It's an overhead jump, and it says on the closest hit. Now we gotta check that. We gotta check that. Starting position. Oh, that's fine. I need you to be crouching. So, just get hit. He's not gonna block though. Let's block all. The second hit. See, the first hit up close says overhead. Overhead, overhead, overhead. But then, alright, if I can hit once. Just hit once. Overhead. Alright, I'm going to assume. And it makes him stand up. It makes him stand up. If you can only hit once. Right? He stands up. He's crouching. Watch the attack type up top. Once. Is this a random overhead? He stays crouching. Why don't I record him doing it? Sorry, this is the way you gotta test it. Let's make him stand. Alright. I'll crouch block. Am I getting hit? 2 hits. Weird. All right, I'm gonna assume that it just was weird the way that the first hit is an overhead, the second hit's a high. So what happens when you only make contact once? And the attack type, look, the attack type doesn't change. I started wondering if you could fuck it up and not get the overhead at range. I think I'm just being paranoid. But only the paranoid survive. All right, so he's got a 20 frame. Now I like this. So a 5-frame jab, that's what, -3. I don't really like that, but what's a stand medium? -4. Yeah, not bad. They can retaliate, but at this range, I like it. The overhead, a 20 frame overhead, that's -2. That's as good as Ryu's. Ryu's forward medium punch is 20 frames, -3. So far Blanka, fast walk speed, fast jab, long range, safe overhead. He's looking pretty good. I wonder why I haven't seen one match footage of him. We got this big uppercut overhead. I guess that's supposed to be like his an available anti-air. Let's see, jump. It's a big claw swipe. Maybe. I mean, it hits high, but I don't know how reliable it would be as an overhead. -3, 10 frames -3. As long as you can get something that's not uber punishable, safe enough to be safe, I don't mind. And then what is this now? Big long lunge, 18 frames. -15. I wonder what this is all about. Let's see if it's throw invulnerable, because he's pretty off the ground. Does he have anything that makes me super advantaged? 3 frames. I guess it shouldn't matter if I'm Alright, Stand Fierce is 3 frames on hit. A lot of stuff is. Let's see if I can make my guy... Let's see if this is throw invulnerable. Nah, he got me. He got me. +3, he got me. That was an accidental Blanka ball. He got me again, counter hit. He got me again, and he even made the sound effect and pulled me off the ground. So I would say, it's not like a throw escape type move. I'm interested in these moves because a lot of characters don't have invincible reversals. I'm interested in ways that players are going to get out of like a strike versus overhead mix-up, and something that takes you off the ground to be unthrowable would be an interesting solution. Let's turn this up. I do like being able to just see the move clearly without that bar on the screen, but it's kind of necessary. I kind of fucking need it. It's kind of obvious you need it. But then you can't see his move. A 6-frame crouch jab. I guess because of his range, he's not going to start as fast. So then compare him to Lily. If he's got slightly slower normals, but he's got decent range. What do you got? +4. What's on block? -2. Yeah, okay. He's got this big claw swipe. That reaches much farther than you might think. 9 frames. -5. But from back here, good luck finding a 5-frame move. Even his own jab is not going to hit. He does remind me of Primal Rage. You can see it better there. I like that claw swipe. Does this have any vertical property? Yeah. Yeah, slightly. Slight vertical property. If you really need to anti-air with something, you're on the ground. Any command normals on the punches. On the crouching punches. And then he's got, of course, his big slamming fierce right into their, jawbreaker, really hits into their face. And then his slide. Let's look at the data. Let's go to the videotape. So 9 frames, and what was that, -4 or 5? What's the slide? Slide is -18. Well, what about, let's make them block all. Let's make them block all. Let's see if we can place it to make it safer. It's -17. I'm on the carpet. -15. Nah, it's pretty. -13, was that the best I got? -15. -14. I mean, nah. So think about 13, 14 frame punish. You can really blow it up. Startup is 14. Is it a low? It is a low. Crouch Fierce, 15 -5, but again, look at the range. You're really going to have to play with the... He's got good walk speed and great range, and he's relatively unpunishable. The best you get is 5 frames on stuff that's too far away to really do anything. You could close the distance on it. But I mean, I would not be afraid to just press... I would not be afraid to just press attacks with this guy. This is kind of what you want out of a footsie style character. Like, You don't just want... You can either have a rushdown character with speed on startup, or you can have a footsie-style character who has range and safety, and sort of like a variety of angles to control space. All right, let's look at his his normals. Maybe I'll get a visual of it first, and then look at the data. So he's got to stand short. This like weird turnaround kick. Nah, it's useless without the data. It's useless without the data. All right, a 4-frame stand short. I like that way more. -2 on block. Okay, I like this more. I would definitely be poking with this. I would definitely be poking with stand short more than stand jab. Because it starts faster and it's you could just clearly tell if it's going to start fast. What would you rather have? A fast move that hits or a long move that's blocked? You know what I mean? Like, I would honestly be putting this out because you could probably whiff it and recover and block whatever they're doing and then punish with a jab. Like, even if his jab is going to whiff right here, this is faster. I like that stand short. Stand forward. 8 frames, it's what? -2. It almost seems to have... Alright, stand medium kick has this much less range than stand strong. 8 frames versus 10. -2 versus 4. Alright. It would be cool if some of these characters had standing lows. And then he's got a it's not bad. It's not bad. I bet you this would you gotta think also what links, what special cancels, what drive rushes. He has a command normal on back medium kick. He is a charge character, so he is going to need normals to hold him in place while he charges and to move him forward or to hold back while he charges and still be able to attack. So 9 frames +2. Wow, alright. Well, what is it on hit then if it's +8? Alright, so his back medium kick's gonna be one of his best moves. Can they duck that? Not up close. His knee has a hitbox. Be careful with them ducking. What if you put them on block all? Do the hitboxes change when they're technically blocking versus neutral ducking? So like a neutral down duck versus a down back block. I don't think that their hitboxes get raised up. And then you can plug them with this. Stand forward. Alright, so back forward. Don't think about the vertical hitbox. Don't think about his foot and don't think about his ankle bracelet. Think about his knee. See, like I'm whiffing because I'm like, why is his foot missing? But then you get close enough, so it's still a very horizontal. It's a very horizontal attack. And look at where the burst of the effect is. It's kind of obviously on player 2's head because he's crouching, but it's like by my pant leg and my knee. It's pretty low. It just looks up top there because he's standing. So like his foot kind of has a hitbox, but as you get closer against the crouching opponent, it's going to be more aimed at his knee. But anyway, I mean, +2 on block, 9 frames +2 on block. You could probably beat out a number of things with that. The trick is going to be the horizontal hitbox. 6-frame crouch jab. That seems... I don't know. 4-frame stand short and it's got this stubby range, and then 6-frame crouch jab. Don't you feel like somebody like Manon or Cammy with a 4-frame jab would be a lot scarier? I don't know. He's gonna have to play. It's almost like he would get beaten out by the faster, more aggressive real footsie characters. But I still like him. I think he's got merit. I think there's potential here. And then forward. All right. Forward medium kick is this double hitting forward off the ground lunge. It's 9 frames. It's -2. Why would I need this? especially when that's going to give up my charge, and I can't do it holding down forward. Let's test and see if this is anti-throw. Let's test and see if this is anti-throw. What could I do? Counter hit. Counter hit, but he's not starting it. He counter hit me. I need to test some. I need to set him up to do something. He's at +3. This is 9. I almost need him to be disadvantaged. I almost need it to be frame perfect. He could just do this. He's at -2. There's something that he has that's -4. All right, perfect. He can do stand strong throw, perfect. I didn't do it right. That'll be good enough. Go. And I'll block it. Throw escape. He grabbed me, counter hit. Oh my god. So none of these moves get off the ground. Grab again. Alright, that sucks. That sucks. So what did I do there? I made him block stand strong. He's at -4. A throw then, which is 5 frames. That's now 9 frames to work with. It's going to take 9 frames to activate this throw. Well, I press forward medium. It's 9 frames. So this puts us at an even frame advantage. Basically a neutral situation. So if you want to test, does this forward medium kick get off the ground enough? Does it have the time to start and get off the ground enough? The answer would be no. Is there anything that has that's -3? Let's test it just to give myself... I almost need something that's -5. He's got that. Let's give him one additional frame. He has something. All right, crouch strong. Let's see if I got it. He's out of range. He's not even in range. He's not even in range for a throw. He got me again, and I was at a frame deficit. I counter hit him. He grabbed me, and he was working with even one less. He grabbed me again. All right, I'm thinking that it doesn't work. That counter hit. I wonder why. That counter hit. Might just be starting, not letting him get the hit. Got me again. I would say it's not reliable. So yet again, he's got another move, just like forward roundhouse. I mean, forward fierce. I was gonna say forward roundhouse. So forward fierce, you see how he goes off the ground, and also forward medium kick, the way he goes off the ground. I would never rely on these the way that I would Zangief and Chun-Li to get off the ground. Zangief and Chun-Li have these roundhouse moves that pull them off the ground and seem pretty throw invulnerable. Blanka, however, does not seem that way. I think the only reason I was counter hitting was because his throw was not active yet. That's what I'm saying. Like, crouch strong is -5, which means a throw would take 10 frames. 5 on top of 5 would be 10 frames, and mine is 9, so it's just a matter of mine starting faster. When we were set up frame evenly, I was getting grabbed out of my startup every time. So his throw beat out this forward medium kick. So it, again, like, I don't know. I'm seeing some deficiencies in Blanka. He could have had a couple extra cool tools to be anti-throw. But It isn't such the case. Alright, 7-frame roundhouse. That's interesting compared to these dummy moves. So then what the hell would this be useful for? It's a forward advancing move, so that way he can use a hitbox to travel forward while still charging. I get that. I get that. You need those moves. But you would almost think that would need to be a neutral button. But it's fine. Stand roundhouse, 7 frames, -4. Does it have any jump capabilities? Anti-jump capabilities? Yeah, definitely. As soon as they come down, definitely. Anything else on roundhouse? No. Forward roundhouse, back roundhouse, nothing. And a 5-frame crouch short. That's -3. And look at the range. And his jab is... So that's the range on stand short. Let's turn this off so you can see. That's the range on stand short. That's the range on crouch short. It still misses. Stand jab misses too? So we've got a 4 frames, 5 frames, 5 frames, and you're just not even hitting anything. And it's going to take... Down jab misses too? Come on, man. You need a 10 frame? And we already know that stand medium kick has worse range. What whiffs? This whiffs, this whiffs. So if my stand jab whiffs, my stand short whiffs. If my crouch jab whiffs, my crouch short whiffs. Stand medium, we gotta already transition to stand medium. You want to do crouch strong. That seems good. Crouch strong seems good. Big range. What is better? Stand strong or crouch strong? Stand strong. 10 frames. I mean, what do we think his game plan is? He's not like a frame trap character or anything. He's just this nice space control footsie character. He's gonna have to keep you at a lot of range. What's the mix-up then? Keeps you at a lot of range. How are you gonna mix them up from range? Timing and normal. Punishing with the Blanka ball. He has lows. I mean, I don't know what he needs yet. We're still looking. Anyway, crouch short, crouch forward. This big roundhouse. Is that what we're on now? Roundhouse? So crouch short, 5 frames, -3, 4. Low forward, pitiful low forward. I mean, that's really pitiful. I feel like Cammy would just eat him alive. Even though he's supposed to be the cannibal. 8 frames -5. With how close you have to be, and the pushback on that, I don't know. Would it push them out of range enough? Yeah, probably. To not be able to punish you. They could poke back. They could do something big like a 7-frame move. Maybe that's what you would do. Maybe you're going to catch them. Maybe that's the whole thing. You're going to stand at range. You're going to poke them with things that are slightly disadvantaged. And then you're going to try and make them whiff something. Or you're going to try and... they're going to commit to something that's too high in startup, even though you're disadvantaged. Like, okay, this puts me at -5. And some characters got this, like Cammy's forward roundhouse, maybe it's this big... I think that was 12 frames, this big horizontal move. Well, that still is like this 7-frame thing. Maybe his Blanka ball, maybe that's a strategy. I want to poke at you from far away and make you try and use your bigger, longer startup moves to make contact with me, and then I'm just going to Blanka ball you. Maybe that's a strategy. But I mean, this range is pitiful. For a low, he has that overhead as well. He has a safe overhead. All right. He has a safe overhead. You should be doing this a lot then. Never mind these lows. You want to do safe overhead. What's going to lead into the overhead when you make them start to block because you can make contact with something? I mean, it moves him forward. Where does he have range? What else do you need? Let's look at this sweep then. So does he have anything else? 8 frame crouch medium kick, and then he's got this roundhouse, 11 frames, -12. Everybody should be able to punish that. I don't like poking with this. You'd better, I mean, what are you interrupting? And if you whiff it, 37 frames, what are you interrupting? I almost would rather just poke with something that's so long range and it's safe, like stand strong, crouch fierce. He doesn't have like a big long horizontal kick with only the one hit. I don't like this either. I like his overhead, so that's his big mix-up. Safe overhead. Forward medium punch versus crouch medium kick. That's like a big decent mix-up. And then everything else is just footsies, trying to make them attempt to punish something that's not really punishable. It's just disadvantaged. And then you whiff punish them with a Blanka ball? Maybe. So what have I seen thus far? All of his normals and his frame data. Let's see if he has any quarter circles. He has quarter circle back. I assume lightning would be quarter circle back because it used to be a piano move, mashing, 5 punches. And since 100 hands has been switched to a quarter circle, I figured this would be 2. So the light electricity, 10 frames minus 3, 10 frames minus 3, 10 frames minus 3. What about EX? 10 frames plus 4. It's a high. Alright, I like that. So canceling into lightning. Can jab maybe on we don't care about on hit, we want on block. Is it well, I mean if it's a true block string, it doesn't really matter. How about this and then block after first hit? I guess you could take the frame data off. Let's see. Alright, so jab into lightning. We'll just figure out what special cancels. Jab into lightning. Stand strong does not. What else does he have? His overhead. His overhead does not. Fierce does. That's interesting. Does he have a forward fierce? That forward fierce. What the fuck is the point of this? So what normals are weird? Forward fierce is weird. Forward medium kick is weird. And his sweep I'm not the biggest fan of. But I mean lightning. It moves slightly forward. That's a good question. Does he move forward? He looks like he moves forward the same amount. It looks like he moves forward the same amount no matter what length you do. No matter what strength you do. So they're all 10 frame startup and they're all minus 3. And I like that it's off a punch button. I kind of like him. I don't know. Crouch jab and crouch strong combo into lightning. Fierce does not. What about... That's my bad. That's my bad. Hey, rainbow ball on a half circle rather than a charge. I like that. All right, we're getting somewhere. I enjoy him. I've actually played Blanka in Street Fighter 2. I think in this game he has solid normals and attacks. I don't know. Maybe even I'm underestimating him. He's got solid normals and attacks. He has range. He has safety. He has an overhead low mix-up. And he has interesting space controlling specials that he's... Maybe his safety is what's going to be his biggest asset. He's not like a mix-up heavy character that's super punishable and risky. He just has, he just has normals. Maybe you'd really want to poke from afar with all these big, strong moves because they're super long range. They're super long range. And then when you get up close, just start switching to the mediums because that stuff can cancel. Even from that far away, like max range, that doesn't work. Max range, crouch strong, doesn't work into lightning. What is his what's the damage on that? I mean, it's not bad. 800 just off lightning. What about EX? Is that a lot more damage? 1,000? I don't know if that's worth it. Because the only thing you don't want to do is get too up close. Well, he can walk away. He's got a good dash and a good walk speed. You don't want to get too up close and then start whiffing stuff. That doesn't work. But anyway, so what did I say works? The jab, fierce, crouch jab, crouch strong if you're close enough. What about I also like for some reason rolling quarter circle back on punch. On kick it's a little bit weird. So that links. Crouch jab, stand short. Crouch short, stand short links. Get into a little bit of the combo tree. What I want to see? Double stand crouch short, that works. Is that a real combo though? Yeah, 2 hits. Yeah, 2 hits, alright. Stand medium kick. So far all the normals that we liked, I like them as well. This back medium is +2. You could probably use back medium to set up his overhead. Yeah, look at that, see? So he's got something, even on block. So long as these sequences still make contact and don't whiff, I like them. Because on block, he's relatively safe. I just don't want to accidentally think I'm in range and then whiff stuff. So okay, assume that his punches are farther than his kicks. That's so interesting, right? His punches are his long range moves and his kicks are his up close moves. I'm starting to like him. I really like him. Because I'm finding all these moves, like back medium kick is +2, his overhead is -3 on block, that's safe. So he does have a low. He's got this safe projectile that he can cancel into. It's just a matter of making sure not to accidentally whiff something like a jab or a medium punch or kick. You don't want to be whiffing, because that's really where you'll get into trouble. But he does have mix-ups, and they're based off this poke style move list. He's interesting. We're seeing if it cancels into lightning. Stand medium kick does. Back medium kick does. Forward medium, I don't get what the point is, other than like I said, a forward advancing attack to charge moves. Roundhouse doesn't. Does he have anything else? So he has forward fierce and just stand roundhouse. Crouch short does not seem to cancel into lightning, but you can link it into crouch jab, which does cancel into lightning. Low forward does, and I'm assuming his sweep doesn't. And I'm assuming his he has a slide. Also, he has a slide on down forward heavy punch. So he's got a sweep on crouch roundhouse, and he's got that big knuckle on crouch fierce, but then down forward fierce is his slide. So let's see. Quarter circle back, quarter circle forward. Let's put the frame-o-meter on. He's got a charge move, Blanka ball. Wow, from starting range, light Blanka ball doesn't work. Maybe that's an early mix-up. You could do start of the round, you could be charging when it says ready, go. You could charge, and then maybe you could do his overhead like immediately. You can make them afraid. That's kind of interesting. And then what can you get after they block? What are you still in range to do? You could swing, you know, even though you're at -3, you don't care. You could swing a light short. So it's interesting to know, like, the range, and when you swing attacks, assuming I'm going to make contact with this move, I want to make contact with this move. I don't really care how advantaged it is on hit or how unsafe it is on block. I just want to know if I keep swinging normals, I'll make contact with the enemy. That's how you'll catch them pressing buttons. They think something is, they respect something that's not advantage, or they try and punish something that, yeah, okay, it might be disadvantaged, but they don't have the time and they don't have the range to really do such a committed move. And you kind of try and get them, you know, get them with their hitbox starting. So you might be able to set up legitimate perfect frame traps. Right now, I just think that his variety, his speed, his range, and his safety make him interesting to really just like chop away at you. And then if he's got good damage on his normals, but you see characters really killing in a couple combos. Is he going to get big damage in combo? Who knows? We'll see. So what else? Looking at his specials, he has Blanka ball. Got to charge for a long time. Let's make him block. Block all. What just happened there? Throw escape inactive. Block all. So light ball's 12 frames. Medium ball is 14. And heavy is what is it called? 22. So they start slower. With a character like this, you don't even really need, because his game plan's not revolving around charge. He's kind of like Honda in the sense that his entire game plan doesn't revolve around charge because he has non-charge special attacks. And they kind of bounce back. What could you be doing while you're charging? You could be doing, even his sweep moves him forward a little bit, but it's not safe. I like that Fierce Ball bounces off so far, but I mean, a character might be able to, like even Blanka himself. Why don't I record Blanka doing Fierce Ball? And then, like, let's see if I can try and punish him with my own ball. Maybe from up close. Yeah, I don't know. So it knocks him pretty far away. Alright, got that charge move. Any dragon punches? I can't imagine. What about kick? He has a command throw on quarter circle forward kick. Does that get them in the air? That's pretty interesting. Let's see the startup. 34 on the light. 34 on the light, 39. 43. What's the range? Is it the same? I guess it wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to tell if Alright, so the range increases as you use a heavier kick button. That's interesting, quarter circle forward kick. So he really is this like footsies mix-up character. He really has a lot of stuff. What did I want to see about that? It's a throw. He's on block all. It's a throw. I wanted to see if it hits jumping characters. Like, does it have any about... Nah. Because it's a throw, so if they're jumping, they're going to get out of it. Alright, he's got a throw. And then he has Rainbow Ball. That's great that Rainbow Ball is a half circle and not a charge move. That's actually really good. It'll cross up. Oh boy. Then he has this throw. Hey, I really like him. And it's like good luck determining visually what he did, whether he did the throw or whether he did Rainbow. They're going to have to get used to seeing it. Hey, I really like Blanka. He's pretty interesting. Don't worry about the startup because he bounces back. It's +5. So the light Rainbow Ball is almost useless because you're never going to hit. I want to know what is it on block? +4. They all seem to be +4. You probably wouldn't want to be doing it so close anyway. This is your way to get in. And if you do it and you're hanging up over him like this, like, how easy is it going to be to get knocked out of the air? So be careful with it. It'd be pretty easy to be anti-aired. Oh yeah, I wonder, yeah, see, like, Blanka's stand fierce might even be a better anti-jumpin' than his crouch fierce. Or his, what'd I have him do? Even off roundhouse. Yeah, so Rainbow Ball, just be careful trying to do that on them. Maybe on knockdown, and again, it's not a charge move. That's really good. You could knock them down. It's what is it? He gets up too fast. It says hard knockdown. He's getting up like lightning. He's fucking getting up like lightning. What is this? Recover in place. Recover backward. When attack does not allow backward recovery. What is backward recovery? Cross up. It even says cross up. Can the heavy one cross up? Fuck yeah, it can. What about the light one? No, it doesn't seem like it. So where does it cross up? From a backdash away. So point blank backdash roundhouse crosses up. You could Could you set that up on off a throw? Could you set that up off a throw? Guaranteed rainbow ball setups. Guaranteed rainbow ball setups. Off a forward throw. Off a throw. Off a forward throw. Roundhouse rainbow ball crosses up. What about off a back throw? Nah, it's still there. I mean, it's still safe. Alright, you could set stuff up. Off that sweep, I don't think you could set up anything. That sucks. You could set up this command throw. Ooh, boy. What about off a throw? So, what about off a sweep? You can just do off a long range sweep. Do the throws start slower? What did I say? The throws have identical range? No, they don't. They definitely do not. Yeah, I like this. He's mix-up heavy, dude. I didn't realize that. He's a mix-up heavy footsies character. His range and safeties, it's like his range, safety, and startup speed is going to be the only thing you got to figure out. Because his moves are just short enough to whiff, and they're just slow enough to be beaten up close. So his moves are slow up close, and they're still a little bit short, medium range. So you're going to need to really know, maybe unless you're getting near throw range, don't even use the lights, just stick to the mediums. You know, stick to the mediums and the heavies. They're nice. What else do we have? So he's got lightning to make stuff safe. I wonder if that, No. What am I doing? Why are you recording me? Delete it. Or you know what? Why don't I make him do, like Blanka Ball, because then he'll have a hitbox. Alright, we'll do medium. What is it? What am I trying to do? Lightning. Even lightning beats it. So lightning is kind of a slight anti-air. No big deal. He has lightning, he has Blanka Ball, he has quarter circle forward kick as this command throw, and then he has a half circle kick as his rainbow ball, and then he has still up ball, down up ball. So if I'm holding down to hit up back, that still works. I'm holding down. Alright, so I think just hold down and hit up. What can we get? Light moves you forward at an angle. Medium. How did I get it straight vertical? That was kind of weird. Medium also moves it. What about roundhouse? Roundhouse is straight up. That's a bit weird. Am I right about that? Roundhouse is a bit weird. I'm going to charge down forward. Yeah, roundhouse is a bit weird. Roundhouse is straight up. Maybe in the corner. Maybe you want that in the corner if you really need. Some of these like vertical specials I learned with NRS, it's designed so you can shoot up like Mega Man in the corner. So then what's the range on his light? What's the range on his light? It'll just hit them if they're jumping from starting range. And the medium is almost shorter. The light is almost farther. It's 8 frames than the medium. Yeah, the medium is, and the heavy, that makes sense. It's kind of like angling closer to vertical. Alright, so light's the farthest away, up ball. So far, I think he's way more interesting than I thought. He has the potential to be strong because of all of his mix-up capabilities. His normals are very safe. Just watch the starting speed and the range. Let's clear that. Frame data can be on. This can be that. I also like his lightning, transitioning into lightning. Let's look at his command list. And then Drive Rush. So Electric Thunder, Rolling Attack. Anything about this move that I don't know. Executes quickly. Rolling Tackle. Vertical Ball. Invincibility against jumping attacks while rising. Sure, whatever you say. Rainbow Ball. Useful when launching an offensive intending to confuse your opponent. It can't cross up. It is safe. Aerial Rolling Attack. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that, aerial rolling attack? It's a charge move in the air. How are you going to do that? Charge back, jump back, and then go forward. Charge back, Hang on. Charge back, jump forward. That's a bit weird. I don't know if you can do it off a jump forward. You could do it off, you can't even do it off of... It would make sense if it were charge up and then hit down, or charge down and then hit up. That's so weird. You can charge down back, jump up back, and then hit it. What about, that's the light, what about the medium? You have to charge down back, roll the up back, and then hit it. It's 14. And then the fierce. Let's put him on block all. That's so weird. And it's only going to work from point blank range? That's so weird. -7? Ugh. What the hell? Aerial rolling ball during a jump. Quickly descend from the air. Effective when used as a surprise attack while feigning a backward jump. Nah, I don't like that concept at all. I think you're getting too in the weeds with the mix-up. I think jump back roundhouse would just be better. I didn't look at his drive rushes or his jumps. Let's keep looking at specials. I don't like aerial ball. I think that's dumb. Wild Hunt, I love that. This thing might even go over lows a little bit. Let's see. I guess you can do that. What is his command throw? Well, Rainbow Ball. Yeah, see, it can kind of punish counter. Can kind of get over lows, depending on... The startup is very long, 34 frames, but he gets off the ground very quick. So if they're fishing for some low forward, you could leap over... Yeah, I mean, a Cammy low forward, a Ryu, a Jamie low forward, you might be able to leap over a low forward and get that. And then you got the... I always do forward medium kick, but it's forward medium punch as his overhead. Getting kind of inundated with information by him. Wild Hunt, I like that. Blanka Chan Bomb. Toss out a Blanka Chan doll designed to resemble Blanka himself. It lands on the ground. Touch it with electricity will cause it to run towards the opponent. Does it go away? Alright, this is something you could set up. That might be like a corner trap thing. If it's already on the ground, that's what the counter is. He's had a counter by his He's had a counter by his name, and I didn't realize where he got it. Once it lands. So you just start with 3, and you can toss them out at any moment. You can only have 1 on the screen at once. Down, 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 down. Alright. Does he throw them a different distance? That's light. That's medium. Yeah, there might be ways to set this up in the corner. Off a knockdown. What gives the biggest knockdown? His ordinary throw. That's like a lot of it says 5 frames. Yeah, you can, I don't know. Yeah, right, total 50 frames. 50 frames. You could set it up how? Maybe off a Blanka ball. The setup would have to be in the corner. Like, you'd have to... And then once you put it out, you wouldn't be able to set one out until you electrify it again. It's a 50... I mean, what gives you 50 frames of advantage to put it out? Maybe off of his command throw in the corner. His overhead doesn't knock down. His sweep doesn't really set anything up. So, what about his ordinary throw? Maybe. I mean, it's just another attack. I mean, it's something. Show me a combo video. Styling on him. Not a big deal. When performing a rolling special type anti-direction plus punch during Lightning Beast. What the hell is Lightning Beast? What the hell is Lightning Beast? Spinning attack that can be used while Lightning Beast is activated. It allows for a rolling scenario. Rolling type special moves to be followed up with up to 3 additional attacks. Rolling Beast might be Lightning Beast. Alright, so let's look at his specials. Leap into the air and slam the fist into the ground. Invincibility makes it useful. So he's got a reversal type special. He's got 1 frame of invulnerability and he leaps off the ground. It might be able to... That's not a low, was it? No. So he leaps into the air and it's invulnerable. You might be able to start up something. And then Lightning Beast. That's like a power-up. He's charged up. It says during rolling balls. So you have to use Fierce Punch? Huh. I'm charging up. It says any punch. Command list. When performing rolling type specials, any direction plus punch. That's what I'm not doing. I'm not holding a direction. Is there a limit to the time? The number of hits I can get, or is it timed? I'm guessing that this, let's see if it fades away or if I need to, it probably fades away over time. It's not as though I have to dispel it or discharge it. I don't know, he's keeping it a long time. He's keeping it. You might be able to hold this. It seems like I get to keep it until I do it. Nah, now it goes away. Alright. Now it goes away. And then I can go up. I can go back. Let's see if I can go. What about this one? Yeah, Lightning Beast. He's pretty interesting. Way more interesting than I thought he would be. And I think he's also stronger than I gave him credit for. Because my first part was like, does he have mix-ups? God, yeah, he does. So then it becomes... does he have a footsie strategy? He's got good normals. He's safe. So then his range and startups are the only thing you gotta watch. What about this shitty up ball? I can't even do. Alright, so off, what'd I say? Off up ball, rainbow ball, Blanka ball, and his air ball. He gets follow-ups any direction plus punch. So that's what was happening. I was not holding a direction. Up to 3 additional attacks. And then ground cannonball. Leap into the air and bite the enemy. Is this, it says it's good at dealing with projectiles. Is this... That's now when he can block it. Is that a throw? No, it's not a throw. Not a throw. It's an attack, but it has 10 frame startup. Let's erase that. Frame meter can be on. Unique attacks. Rock Crusher has overhead. Double knee. Combination consisting of 2 forward moving strikes. I think this is just a mandatory. This is a stupid move because it doesn't take you off the ground to get away from throws. You have to hold forward in order to be able to do it, so it's not like you can hold a charge while you do it. I think that move is fucking stupid. Prove me wrong. Wild Edge, that move is great. It's +2 on block, and it also allows you to hold a charge. So you could do something like, you could do that, and then you could do, I keep forgetting. Rainbow Ball is not a charge move. So you can probably cancel that into Blanka Ball. So like, look, stand back, medium kick, Blanka Ball. The only thing is you don't want to whiff. Don't want to whiff. I like that Rainbow Ball. They can guaranteed cross-up ball setups. Who knows? And then the mix-up. So that's going to be a really good move. And you could probably roll. Yeah, dude, you can roll back medium kick. Back medium kick into his throw. Hey, I like that. Back medium kick into his command throw. On like, can that be really canceled? Is that like a true special cancel? I don't know. You can do it though. You can it's almost like you just kind of dial it in afterward. So I like that. And then you can also do that too if you want, just to make it safe. All right. So yeah, his back medium kick is fucking godlike. This also is really dumb. Attack with long reach that slams to the ground. It's 18 frames and it's really punishable. Can be followed up with a Coward crouch on hit or on block. What is coward crouch? Alright. Oh man, tape's running out. A coward crouch. Wild nail. The slide, that's very unsafe. His slide is even less safe than his sweep. Coward crouch. Crouch in place and adopt a low stance. From this stance, you can use wild lift and attack or raid jump. Or raid jump. Oh no, that's, wait a minute, that's his accidental tosses, down, wait a minute, down punch punch. What? Down in 2 punches. What is this on hit? 21 frames. And the jump. And you can do a jump attack. I didn't look at his jump attacks, I didn't look at his drive rushes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to grab that real quick. During a crouch cancel, during a raid, can perform a jump attack. I don't know what the big deal about this is. Maybe it can go under projectiles. That's what I think I would use it for. And then you can leap out of it to do an air attack. Okay, you can also just stand up. And then he's got this other standing move that's not really that safe. 2 punches. That's a gimmick. Minus 21, that's a gimmick. Surprise hop forward, surprise hop backward. A movement technique. How do you do it? All three kicks. Alright, I have access to all 3 kicks. Can you do a move out of it? No. So what's the point of this? You can cross sides. Alright. And you can cancel into it. Alright. Maybe you could get some pressure gimmicks off it. You can cancel into it seems like. Can you do a low off it? You could cancel into it and then throw them. You could cancel into it and then what can I do? He has that, really I just like his command throw. I think his command throw is going to be one of his best mix-ups. You can hit it, do something like that. Command throw again. I think the command throw, I think a lot of that stuff is just gimmicky. If you want to cross sides off a knockdown, most of the knockdown setups are off throw anyway. And then Rainbow Ball. I like the Rainbow Ball cross up, and because Rainbow Ball is safe, you just gotta watch for them anti-airing you. And I like his command throw. I really love his command throw. His command throw and his regular throw set up some of his best just approaches. He has really safe normals, albeit challenging range and slightly slower startup. But if you can master making them afraid of the throw, using Rainbow Ball to kind of get in on them and bother them, annoy them, control space, make them whiff. I think he is a stronger character than I initially thought. The mix-ups were what he needed, and he has them. And I like his pokes. He'd probably be a good starting character. He has access to safe electricity, a really easy command throw, advantageous Rainbow Ball, and just a lot of other gimmicky stuff that you could apply. I didn't really look at his jumps, and I didn't look at his drive rushes. All these jumps point downward, they seem good enough. And then his kicks have good horizontal range. Does he have any cross-ups? Let's find a cross-up jump and we'll call it there. Usually a crouch short or a crouch medium. It'd be interesting if he didn't have a crouched, if he didn't have a cross-up jump. Alright, jump medium. Jump medium, it'll do the job. Yeah, I like him. Believe it or not, I like him. I think he's stronger than I initially thought. And like I said, very strong mix-ups, very strong throw game, a safe overhead, maybe a short low, but you can't have everything in life. So this will have to do. Blanka.